What is going on, collectors? Optical 20 here, back with a comparison video. So at the time of this recording, this is the 3 most available Iron Man right now, and I'm pretty sure, like the battle damage 85 is not far off, in the distant future. But if you're in the market for an Iron Man at this moment, and these are still available, like I said, at the time of this recording, you can purchase all of these guys, or any one of these guys, at bigbadtoystore.com. I'll put the link down below. They're all beautiful. So if you could, my first reaction would be buy all of them. But if you can't, if you only have, if you're new, you're starting off, and you can only afford one, so this might be a good guide for you. And let's take a look at the bases, their differences. So that is the Mark 7. More of a special base, so to speak, and this is the Mark 85, and now we're looking at the Infinity War Mark 50. They're both the same, pretty much. So Mark 7, I think, captures that one here. So this is the special, I would say, the bigger, larger accessories that they do have. That's the Mark 7. This is the 85, the kind of like, I don't even know what you call that thing on his back, but it's massive. For Mark 7, it was the pod. And for Mark 50, again, this is some sort of a wing, I suppose, stabilizer. I don't really know. It just shows you how big this Mark 85 accessory is compared to the Mark 50. And I thought Mark 50 was pretty big. And this is other accessories as well. This is Mark 50 now. You insert this in his hand, which is, I think this is kind of similar to the Mark 85 battle damage that you're going to get. Now for Mark 85, the clean look, you're going to get this beautiful gauntlet. The forearm is different as well from what he's using, but they got nothing when it comes to, extra accessories here with Mark 7. I didn't include the hands because everyone has that, the fisted hand, repulsor hands, but Mark 7 has an array of swappable plates for different occasions, like this clean chest plate to a battle damage one, the shoulder pieces with cannons coming out, all those good stuff, the one that's in close position. So I think Mark 7 again edges those two out, even with the cannon arms and all that stuff. Now with the unmasked head sculpt, Mark 50, as you can see, this is highly debatable back then. A lot of controversies between 85 and the Mark 50. And this is the Mark 7. It doesn't have a standalone head sculpt. However, what it does have is a very unique portrait inside the head sculpt. Because as you know, it's not nano, so he's still using the helmet on, which kind of makes it unique now. It wasn't unique back then, if you were collecting. But now most portraits, because it's nanotech now, where the helmet retracts compared to an actual physical helmet on a like a robotic version, so to speak. So that makes now 7 a bit more unique than the 85 and 50. As far as the aesthetics, this is where this is going to be subjective to what you would like. So 85 and 50 are a bit close to each other. Again, these are both nanotechs. Sleek design, kind of muscular. I think this started at around Mark 45, when he does have like the more organic look. Even though 45 is a bit bulkier, now it's getting slimmer. I do like the proportions of 85. I kind of like the gold on his arms. 50 is not bad. A lot of people are kind of hating on 50. Not hating, but it's not getting the love it deserves, I would say. Even though it's a beautiful armor, in my opinion, and I think it's still a must-have. Infinity War, in terms of relevance, I think he actually did more damage by himself using the 50 compared to the 85. With that being said, though, if again this video is meant for those who are just debating, who's only going to pick up one, just between the two, if I had a choice, I think I would go with 50. Now, I mean with 85, I'm sorry. Now with 85, between 85 and 7, like I said, these 3 guys are still available. Now, 7 now became kind of like the outlier now, because he is the mech. He's still robotic. A lot of edges, as you can see, compared to the sleekness of 85. 85 is more like a human anatomy, like the muscles and all that stuff. With 7, it's still robotic. You can see, edges and armors and plates and layers of like metals and stuff, which that's the first thing that comes to my mind when it comes to Iron Man as well. and most people does as well. And like I mentioned earlier, this helmeted sculpt, which is inside, it doesn't expose any hair, which kind of makes him unique. And those swappable plates also changes his look from a clean look to a battle damage look. And again, there's many variations slash options that you're gonna get compared to the 85, which you have to buy a separate battle damage mark 85 to get that look. And this one you don't. I mean, there was a battle damage mark 7 on the plastic version way back in the day, but I don't recommend picking that up. Again, it depends on your preference here, but I just want to showcase you guys the looks of 3, and maybe that would help you out. And there you go, guys. This is basically it for those 3 Iron Mans. Now, one thing I would for me personally, I would recommend getting all of them. 7, 85, battle damage 85, and 50, just because it's done. As far as Iron Mans are concerned, it is done. He might make some cameos here and there, but the relevance of these guys, 7, First Avengers, you can't argue with that. Mark 50 on Infinity War, it's a beautiful movie, and also 85 on Endgame. I mean, as far as relevance to the MCU, they all have it. Now, if you can only pick one, honestly, this could change once 85 battle damage comes out. But for now, I feel like 7 has the edge. And I know I made a video between 50 and 7 that I picked 50. But now, since there's gonna be an 85, honestly, if I can only have one, I would pick up 7. But if I can have 2, I'll wait for the battle damage 85 and then the 7. Now you get the best of both worlds. You get the mech suit Iron Man, that is the traditional Iron Man that we know of, and then you also get the nanotech, which is the sleek version of Iron Man that it is beautiful as well, from a movie that might not ever happen again. Who knows? Like, it's 10 years in the making. It's an epic movie. It's really beautiful. So if I have an option for now without seeing the battle damage 85 yet, because that could be the battle damage 85, you only have to pick one. So far, I would say the 7 between these 3. Again, if you can afford all of them, do it. If you can only afford 2, I would say 7 and the battle damage 85. As much as I love 50 and also this clean 85, this just the practicality of it just kicks in. Thank you for watching, guys. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.